Finally, the weekend is here. And this isn't just any old weekend. This is the weekend SpongeBob and Patrick go camping. Wouldn't it be if never came back?
Patrick, I'm scared.
You failed.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, that would be great. You've waited a long time for this. A soft bed, warm tea, and 2 whole days with no... What the... SpongeBob, aren't you two supposed to be camping?
We are camping.
SpongeBob, it's not if you're 10 feet from your house.
No, it doesn't matter where you are as long as you're outdoors. Well, all those soft folk are safe in their beds reading books. We're out here pitting ourselves against the formidable forces of... You want to join?
No.
Okay, have fun inside.
What do you mean, have fun inside?
Are we not going to talk about the fact that this is Shrek Golf? Shrek Golf!
Have fun inside. See you tomorrow.
Oh. Bye. You little I see what you're doing. A real outdoorsman does it. Here we are. My remote control self-assembling.
Oreo.
Watch and learn.
Hell no.
That was great, Squidward. But how do you get inside?
Yeah, it's all crushy looking.
It isn't put up yet, you
Patrick to SpongeBob! Patrick to SpongeBob! Do you read me? Over!
SpongeBob to Patrick, I read you over.
Patrick to SpongeBob! I like going over!
SpongeBob to Patrick, me too. Nah, wasn't that relaxing?
Nope.
This is relaxing.
Squidward, are you all right? Too dangerous to play the clarinet badly out here in the wilderness. It might attract...
Sea Diddy.
You mean like the ones that don't exist?
What are you saying?
There's no such thing. They're just a myth.
Oh no, Squidward,
Sea Diddy.
all too real. It says so in the Bikini Bottom Inquirer.
I married a
Sea Diddy.
Yeah, and Fake Science Monthly!
Sea Diddy.
fairy
Sea Diddy.
are real. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Well, maybe it is stupid, but it's also dumb.
Patrick's
It's
right,
all
Squidward.
stupid.
Sea bears are no laughing matter. Why, once I met this guy who knew 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 this guy's cousin.
You're right. I should be more careful. In fact, why don't you tell me all of the things I shouldn't do if I want to keep the sea bears away?
Okay,
Nope.
that's easy.
Nope.
First off,
Nope.
play with that.
Okay, then what?
Never wave your
I have the sense we're all in danger.
Why?
Shrek Goof!
I don't know. Just a feeling.
No. No. Squidward, please don't!
SpongeBob, what are we gonna do? A sea bear is sure to come and eat us!
Don't worry, Patrick. I'll draw us an anti-sea bear circle in the dirt.
Good!
You guys are so gullible. See? I did everything that attracts a sea bear.
Sea Diddy.
And nothing happened. If sea bears
Sea
really
Diddy.
exist, why didn't one show up?
Maybe it's because you're not wearing your sombrero in a goofy fashion.
Oh, sorry. How silly of me. You mean like this?
거래요.